for those who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Brandon Masondo, and I'm the Field Development Director for Southern Africa. And it's good to be here, and it's exciting to be here. And I know that time flies. Not long ago, it was month end. Not long ago, it was December. And here we are. It's January, not the first week, but the second week of January. I know that I can still say this. It's still okay. All right. I've been waiting to say this. Happy New Year to all of you, to our NeoLife family members from wherever you are. I want to say to you, I wish you all of the best, everything that you think of, everything that you desire for 2023. And I believe that this is our year to shine and rise and become successful so that we can achieve our goals and everything. It's a new year, another chapter, another opportunity to rise and reach our dreams and goals and much more. And, it's good to be here, as I said, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. It was another great month of December. We had a lot of people stepping up. And for all of those who took their step, who took their next step, well done and congratulations. And to all those who might have received their first bonus or the biggest check of their lives at NeoLife, I want to say congratulations. And that is a beginning of much, much more to come for you. I'm not alone. We have with us here our product manager, which is Cronje Dikgale, and she's going to be sharing with you some exciting things. We've got our Vice President of Field Development for Southern Africa, that is Drew McDermott, and he's going to be sharing some exciting things with you as well. But also we have a special guest, a distributor, a president's team member, logging in or connecting all the way from Cape Town, and that is our 4Ruby director, that is none other than Hansie Cronje. And we're also going to get a message from our CEO, who is Kendra Brassett, who's going to be delivering a New Year message, especially for us as the NeoLife family members for Southern Africa. I can't wait to hear what she's going to be sharing with us today. And it is important for all of us to pay attention to everything that is going to be shared here today, because we're going to be learning a lot. So the purpose of this call is to help you to get yourself ready to take your business to the next level in 2023, and to see a vision and have a focus on your goals and make sure that you achieve all of this in the year 2023 and beyond. And we want to empower you with all the necessary tools and information which will help you and shape the future of your business, to be open to new changes and challenge yourself and have the right mindset. Because if you have the right mindset, nothing can stand or stop you from achieving your dreams and your goals. And you need to have a plan. You need to have a roadmap as to where you're going and how you're going to get there in the year 2023. We're going to share some very important information today on our products. We're going to give you some product knowledge. We're going to share with you the action plan for 2023, introduce you to the incentives for 2023, which are really, really exciting. I can't wait to talk about that. And some of the important events that are going to help you to take your business to the next level. But more importantly, this meeting is the beginning of many more to come. But this is also an opportunity for you to realize what is it important for you to take your business to the next level. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about all of these other things. I think we need to get right stuck into it. Let's get going without wasting any more time. I just want to introduce you to our CEO, who is Kendra Brassett, connecting and is going to be sharing with us the exciting message for 2023. So Drew, if you can just play the video for us so that we can hear from Kendra what is she going to be sharing with us.
Hi, NeoLife family. Happy New Year. And I want to start by saying thank you to each and every one of you just for being a part of the NeoLife family. Thank you for your passion, for our shared mission to give everyone the power to live healthier and happier lives, and also for your commitment to end the trend of poor health and financial stress. I honestly just feel so blessed to partner with all of you to do work that just truly matters. We are impacting people on a huge scale, but also on a very personal level through real relationships. And I am so excited for 2023. Not just because I have to be, but it's real excitement because of what we see happening in NeoLife and around the world. I want to talk about 3 key areas that together are what make us so unique. And number 1 is our proven products. Incredible products based on whole food nutrition, but most importantly, they're products that work. And I know I don't have to tell you because you've seen it happen. And I hear stories every single day from around the world that are just nothing short of transformative. Number 2 is we offer the ultimate low-risk business startup, the ultimate low-risk business startup. And there is such a big opportunity out there in these economic times that we're facing today. It is exciting. It's also scary, but recently I saw an article in the Wall Street Journal that some 98% of CEOs, 98% of CEOs, almost all of them, and more than half of economists believe that a recession will hit in the next 12 to 18 months. Now, I just want to make it clear, just because the economy is in a recession doesn't mean you have to be in one. It doesn't mean we have to be in one. Our business thrives in both good and bad times. I mean, in good times, people have more spending money and they're looking for great products to improve their well-being. And in bad times, people still need and want to be healthy. They also need a way to earn more income or have a plan B if they lose their job or inflation is sky high. And there's so many young people coming into the job market who are going to be facing some really difficult challenges to try to get a new job. So we have a solution for any and all of them. Honestly, if you look around the room, chances are most of the large leaders, maybe not most, but a good portion of the large leaders, the large NeoLife business leaders we have today, originally joined NeoLife because they wanted a plan B, but they saw the potential and they quickly changed that to their plan A, their main focus, their main career. Because what we do is not just a job, it's a passion. It is a career that's a passion that truly impacts people. We can be the ones who help people lift themselves out of recession, out of bad times. And I'm also excited about our new 2023 incentives. You'll see that they're targeted towards exactly this, getting more money in people's pockets faster. And they're also focused on being simple to share. Okay, so last point, number 3, I believe the real secret sauce to our success is not only the first 2 that I just mentioned, not only the proven products or the low-risk business startup, it is our transformative community. We have a transformative community, one that ignites personal growth. When we're a part of it, we don't recognize ourselves in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years down the road because of the positive change that happens. And I can say this without a doubt because it's happened to me and it will happen to you too if it hasn't already. But we are the world's greatest personal development company. And the reason for that, or our transformative community, it's you, our incredible leaders who are a part of it. And so we're just so thankful for you. I want to end just by mentioning something that I was reminded of recently. Have you heard of the 5 monkeys experiment? 5 monkeys. So researchers, they put 5 monkeys in a room and they only gave them enough food to survive. It was an experiment. But in the middle of the room, they also put a ladder and at the top was bananas. Okay, so naturally, one of the monkeys, they're like, ooh, more bananas. So they started to climb up that ladder to get more food, to get a better lives for themselves. And the researchers sprayed all the monkeys with cold water. Not very nice, right? But so every time a monkey would try to climb up that ladder to get to the bananas, they kept spraying all of them. And pretty soon, guess what happened? The other monkeys, they wouldn't even let them try to go for the bananas. They would beat up the ones who tried to go for them because they didn't want to get sprayed with water. And so then the researchers, they said, I wonder what would happen if we added new monkeys to that group. So they substituted one of the monkeys with a new one. And so obviously, first instinct, he goes, bananas. And he tries to climb up the ladder and he got beat up. he quickly learned what was normal, expected behavior. And so they continued to substitute the monkeys one by one until there were no original monkeys left. None of the monkeys had even seen the water before, but they continued to teach the new ones how to behave, even when they didn't know why they're doing it. And too often, I think that happens to us, doesn't it? When we try to go beyond surviving, to do something that matters, something big, people tell us, no, don't do that. That's not how we do things around here. And a lot of times they don't even know why. That's just how things are done. That's normal. And it's my hope that in 2023, we will be culture changers. We will be culture changers, the ones who question what's normal, who show others that we can build healthy, meaningful, connected, still very, very difficult, but just extraordinary lives. We truly can live lives that impact others, that transform others. And it's not just for us, it's for the good that we can do in this world. And I just feel so blessed for the opportunity to partner with all of you. Together, we are going to be the single biggest force behind ending the trend of poor health and financial stress in a time where it's never been more needed. I want to thank you for your partnership, for your friendship. Love you all, and God bless.
Wow, wasn't the message great? Good evening, team. I hope you're all fantastic. Now that message, I am so fired up from that message. Brandon and I and the rest of the team we spent a good week or so with Kendra and Marco and the rest of the corporate team from around the world towards the end of last year. And we really just unpacked what did 2022 teach us? What can we do better? What is a strategy? What is the direction that is going to cause our distributors to succeed in 2023? Not just succeed, but succeed on a massive scale. Succeed like you've never experienced success before. And so she defined our vision and our strategy for the year very well in that message. And we're going to continue with that theme throughout this call, throughout this month, throughout this quarter, and throughout this year. So good evening to all of you. It is so good to be connecting with you. Brandon Masondo, thank you for getting this meeting started in such a great manner. Off on a good start, a good foot. And I am coming to you from Durban. I'm going through some load shedding right now, but it's okay. I am not at full light capacity, but otherwise I'm at full capacity in every other way. And so let's just continue on this call talking about the new year. I think that's a good theme. If we're going into a new year is like starting a brand new game of football. We just finished the World Cup, and every new match brings new possibilities with it. You're stepping onto the pitch, and right now, the scoreboard, your scoreboard is reading 0-0. What happened in last year's game has no bearing on what is going to happen in the game of 2023 for you. What we do bring with us into a new year and a new game of football is we bring hope. We bring some exciting goals. We bring some belief. We bring a plan for success, a plan for massive action, along with consistency and resilience. Those are just some of the positive things that we bring in with us. No, because no matter what happened last year, if you're ready to make 2023 incredible, this is a decision that needs to be taken by you. This is not something that we can do for you. It's not something that your sponsor can do for you. That's a decision that is taken by you. And as a company and as a NeoLife family, we are incredibly blessed. We start the year on a very solid base. We start the year with the group of the most incredible distributors. We call ourselves the NeoLife family for a reason. We start the year with our unique and superior product range. We start the year with a compensation plan that is very lucrative. We start the year with great technology for our distributors. And all of these things, yes, they give us the competitive edge, and they give us a great launch pad for success in 2023. However, you cannot rely on these things alone to build your business. And Kendra spoke, as a NeoLife distributor, you are the managing director of your own business. You don't work for your sponsor. You don't work for NeoLife. the company, you are self-employed. That's exciting. That means you are in control of everything. Your sponsor and your upline leaders will guide you. They're going to mentor you. They're going to help you. But ultimately, the success of your business relies on you. So it's important to have a very clear understanding of what is going to be required to succeed in the current economy and the current environment. How do you need to adjust your strategy? Maybe, or how do you need to adjust your game plan that will give you and your team the results that you know you're capable of, and you and your team the best chance to succeed over the next 12 months. And now Kendra spoke about it. This is our reality in South Africa in 2023. And this is from one of the top economists, and I'm going to quote him. Businesses and consumers in Southern Africa will be faced with another tough year with strong inflation, rising interest rates, high unemployment, load shedding, and low growth, all of which make for a challenging economic period. Okay, now that sounds really positive, right? But as a NeoLife distributor, we get excited about these challenges. We really do. These challenges and these hardships make your business more relevant and more necessary today than it's ever been before. Your business is more relevant today than it's ever been in its life. Why? Because NeoLife is a financial solution that uplifts people through these times and is a financial opportunity that is accessible to every single person. The network marketing business, in fact, was modeled and built to thrive in economic times such as these. Did you know that? So your expectations and your planning for the next 12 months should be around exceptional growth in your NeoLife business. We got to think big this year. When the economy is booming and people have disposable income, we're going to sell a lot of product and we build our customer bases. That's what we do when the economy is booming. However, when the economy is under pressure, as it is now, when people's disposable incomes are under pressure, we create entrepreneurs. When the economy is under pressure, we create entrepreneurs. We create business builders. And I'm not saying that we don't go out and sell product and continue to build our customer base, but what I am saying is we adjust our balance. What do I mean by balance? Sometimes we focus too much or too heavily on those who need our product, and we don't put enough focus into finding people who are hungry for opportunity. And right now, because of the economy, we have more and more people that are hungry and looking for an opportunity than ever before. Your success this year will be found in the people who join your business, not just as a product user, but they join your business as an active business builder who is motivated to take action and generate an income through their NeoLife business. So that is the strategy, and that's a theme that you're going to be seeing coming from the company through the course of the year. So I want to introduce our next speaker to you in just a moment, and our product manager, Brandon mentioned Connie Degale. And when Connie and I were discussing the topic of tonight's product session, we made the decision that to focus on the greatest entrepreneurial product in our range. To focus tonight's session on the greatest entrepreneurial product in our range. A product that is, number one, it's easy to sell because it has a great story. It has an easy explanation to it. It gives people loads of energy, and it makes people feel amazing. It's a product that is affordable to all markets, a product that comes with very strong PV, BV, and retail profit. It's a product called Tre-en-en. It's a product that we've all heard of, right? And I know there's probably a lot of people on the call who have been in the business for a long time, like myself, who are thinking, well, we all know about this product like the back of our hands. We want to learn something new. And let me just say this. In this economy, we need to step into the thinking of a new distributor. In this economy, we need to think like a new distributor that's just joined this business. And where simplicity is key. In the first 3 months, a new distributor needs a product that they can use, a product that they can sell and duplicate, downline without being confused by 80 different products in a range. Because we know a confused mind does not sell. A confused mind does not take any action. And sure, a distributor will grow into the other products over time, But we know the first 3 months for a new distributor, it's simplicity that will help them take their first step. It's simplicity that is going to help them sponsor their first distributor, find their first customer, make their first bonus. So Connie, I'm just going to ask you to turn your video on for us. And I want to welcome you to, this is your very first kickoff event with this NeoLife family. And I got to tell you that we are super pumped to have you on the team. Welcome, Connie. Take it away.
Thank you, Drew, and good evening, everyone, and welcome. First of all, let me thank all of you guys for dialing in today. And let me start by saying a few words about myself. My name is Connie, and I'm the product manager for NeoLife, and I am passionate about nutrition. And today, I'm going to be presenting on getting back to our basics. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, and as you can see the screen, my topic today is returning back to basics. The talk is designed to act as a springboard for tackling the new year. So if you are somebody that likes to do things in a simple way, this would be the springboard that you're looking for. So let's jump right into it. So at NeoLife, we discover a better way of life, and we are on a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. And at NeoLife, we adhere to core values, and our values include things like absolute integrity, because integrity is at the core of who we are and reflected in all we do. We expect the same from you as a member of the NeoLife family. Another of our different values include people are number one. We believe in the golden rule that treat others the way you want to be treated. This includes respect, individual dignity, kindness, and acknowledging that each person has a unique and important role. Another value of ours, which I really love, is products that work, unique and superior products. Then a fourth value, equal opportunity for all, and you'll hear this theme all throughout. So no matter your age, your gender, your experience, your race, your religion, you can have success with NeoLife, and having a long-range vision, which guides the decisions and the actions for the well-being of both existing and future NeoLife members. And let's take a look at NeoLife around the world. NeoLife has over 60 years of quality and products and financial success, and operating in more than 50 countries, and we're on a mission to improve lives. And then the NeoLife difference that I want to touch on with the three main pillars, which is purity, potency, and proof, where our products are based in nature and backed by science. And we use the finest whole food ingredients, backed by research of the world-leading scientists and nutritionists, and rigorous testing and quality assurance. And finally, the science behind NeoLife. We have a global network of leading scientists and researchers, and we follow a strict adherence to nature's blueprint. We provide clinical research published in leading scientific journals, and that SAB seal that you see today shows that our products guarantee the finest, safest, most effective products in the world. And at NeoLife, we're offering solutions to vital needs by fighting chronic disease at its core. And it's time to end that trend. And we all know that a chronic condition is a health condition or a disease that is persistent or otherwise long-lasting in its effect, or a disease that comes with time. And according to the World Health Organization, the number of deaths from chronic disease represented more than 74% of deaths worldwide, which is quite sad because it's something that can be addressed. And sadly, we are losing this battle. But the good news is the solution is clear, and leading health authorities agree that with weight management, physical activity, a diet rich in whole foods, nutrients found in whole grains, fruits and vegetables and fish could be beneficial. And at NeoLife, we have the solution, because we all know that good nutrition begins at a cellular level. And cellular nutrition makes sure our bodies receive the nutrients they need so they can perform all their major functions to help you achieve your optimum health at cellular level. But you might be asking yourself, how can I do that? How can we feed, protect, and enhance and the repairing of trillions of cells in our body? And the answer is with lipids and sterols. So lipids and sterols are critical components of our cell membranes and are needed to ensure the transport of nutrients into and waste out of the cells. Unfortunately, grain processing strips away the outer nutrient-dense layers that provide phytolipids, phytosterols, and other vital nutrients from foods. This leads to inefficiencies at cellular level, leaving you feeling tired and sluggish. So in 1958, NeoLife developed and introduced a groundbreaking product called Tre-en-en. Tre-en-en supplies whole grain lipids and sterols missing from our diets. Furthermore, Tre-en-en is backed by science, and we all know that energy starts with a nutritional assurance at a cellular level. Tre-en-en is the world's first and only whole grain lipid and steroid supplement, proven to enhance energy and vitality by optimizing cell membrane function more efficiently. But you'd ask me, how does it work? Tre-en-en feeds the cells. If the cellular membranes are starved of vital nutrients, say fats or sterols and vitamins, they become inflexible and can't perform critical functions. Whole grain lipids, like Tre-en-en, allow your cell membranes to become more flexible and making it easier for nutrients to get in and for waste to go out. So why would you choose NeoLife's Tre-en-en grain concentrates? And the answer is simple. It's backed by science, supports efficient nutrient utilization, supports overall cardiovascular development, optimized overall growth and development in humans. Furthermore, it's got a diverse phytonutrient extracts. It's cold pressed and cold processed and has no cholesterol. Additionally, it's got a complete lipids and sterol profile in the supplement. It's encapsulated in a soft gelatin capsule with a plant-based chlorophyll color, which means it's green, and has vitamin E. And lastly, it's the opportunity where you can take 1 to 3 capsules daily and drive up your PV and take advantage of Tre-en-en's rewarding bonus volume and retail bonuses. But what is the NeoLife difference? And the NeoLife difference makes all the difference. Nutrition for the whole family, where you can feel better, look better, live better. And it's based on science of cellular nutrition with a wide variety of products. And finally, the full combination of the NeoLife difference is something I have never seen before. And I believe that we are only scratching the surface. And I can't wait for everyone to get their teeth stuck in. And thank you to everyone, and God bless.
Connie, thank you so much. Isn't that simple? Isn't that so simple? And thank you, Connie. I so appreciate that. Now, that is what we call getting back to basics. And I really want to encourage our distributors, every distributor, this is a distributor call, so everybody on this call, just to get super, super excited about Tre-en-en. I know we got so many amazing other products in the range, which we are going to use. Of course, we're going to use them. But with the mindset of a new distributor, if a new distributor can join your team, if you do a 3 in 30 and a new distributor joins your team, we know Tre-en-en is, it's an affordable product for everybody, but it's a product that it's super easy to sell. Why is it easy to sell? Because there isn't any competition for Tre-en-en. It's not like an omega-3 where there's a million other omega-3s on the market. There's only one Tre-en-en, and that is NeoLife's Tre-en-en. It's the first and only whole food lipid and sterol oil on the market. We know lipid and sterol, we know Tre-en-en is going to give you scientifically a 50% increased boost from the food that you're currently eating. What other product does that? Tre-en-en is going to help every other aspect of your life when you get your cells working. And we know a new distributor, we have that cellular nutrition story. So it's easy for them to sell. It's easy for them to tell the story. And it's easy. Here's the kicker. It's easy for them to go out and build a 100-point base. And what is a business builder? A business builder is somebody who joins a business and they build a 100-point business because 100 point activates the marketing plan. And they do 100 points minimum month after month, and they become as consistent as gravity. And what is 100 points when it comes to Tre-en-en? It's either 3 big bottles of Tre-en-en, or it's 6 little bottles of Tre-en-en, retailing for about 280 Rand. So it becomes a very feasible activity for a new distributor to go and build a 100-point base with Tre-en-en. And sure, they're going to meet people along the way that we'll need acidophilus, we'll need omega-3, we'll need carotenoids. That will come. But Tre-en-en is the base. Get the cells working. Somebody wants omega-3. Hey, you need Tre-en-en as your base. Somebody wants another product. You need Tre-en-en as your base. That's the story that is going to create the entrepreneurs. So thank you, Connie. Now let's move on to some incentives. And Brandon and I are going to drop anchor on incentives for a little while because we've been running the same incentives for a number of years. And this year, we are bringing in some changes to accommodate our strategy. And so I want to get these changes as clear to all of you as possible. And I see there's some people on the call from other parts of Africa. These incentives are consistent throughout Africa. And I'll start off with just something that I learned from Jerry Brasfield, our founder, and he was talking about it on our year-end call in December. And he's saying that incentives, they don't start momentum in your business. Don't look to incentives to start momentum. Incentives make it go faster when momentum has already been started. What will create momentum in your business is your own personal activity and action. And when that momentum has been started, that is when incentives become valuable tools. You can't expect incentives to create the fire. You need to create the fire through your activity, and incentives will be the rocket fuel. And that is the goal of the 2023 incentives, to be the rocket fuel to your activities of using the product, sharing the product and opportunity, and your personal development. When you take your steps through the marketing plan, when you qualify a title, that is where the real money is. But these incentives are we call it the cherry on the top. The marketing plan and the compensation plan is where the real lucrative money is, taking your steps and qualifying a title. But the incentives are the little cash cherry on the top, and the incentives give you direction and give you confirmation that you are doing the right things and going in the right direction. So we're going to start with, let me share my screen to start with. And Brandon, feel free to jump in if you have anything to add at this point.
No problem, Drew.
Okay, but so the first thing I want to share with you is the Fast Start manager and senior manager incentives have been removed. As of now, they are no longer, and that is somebody who does 250 personal points takes a manager step, or somebody who does 500 points, personal points, takes a senior manager step. That has been removed. Okay, so it's going to be an adjustment for some of you, which we'll need to work through. But here's the positive thing, is we have come back to simplicity. There's only one way to become a manager. That is to do 100 personal points over 500 points. There's only one way to become a senior manager. That is to do 100 personal PV yourself over 1,000 QPV. And so we've just simplified that. But on the other hand, okay, so on the other hand, what we have done is we've introduced something new. Distributors will earn 3% sales volume bonus on 250 points. Okay, so now originally you had to be a manager before you were eligible to earn 3% sales volume bonus. We are doing away with that as an incentive for this year, and we are adding anybody, a distributor, not a manager, not a senior manager, a distributor in title can earn 3% sales volume bonus. So an example here is you do 100 points. Okay, 100 points is a minimum requirement to activate the compensation plan. You sponsor 2 people, 1, 2, who do 100 points. So your business does 300 QPV. Now you wouldn't be a manager at this point, but with this new addition, you'll earn the 3% sales volume bonus. Another example, if you did a 3 and 30, each do 100 points, so that's a 400 point business, you still wouldn't be a manager, but that's no problem. You wouldn't be a manager in title, but you're going to earn the 3%, but there is incentive to step up to the 5%, the 500 point level, because you will get your manager title and you will earn the 5% bonus. So that is an addition to the incentives for the year. Okay, the next incentive is what we call the 3 and 30 incentive. And the 3 and 30 incentive can be seen as a monthly gauge for the growth of your business. The 3 and 30 incentive can be seen as a monthly gauge for the growth of your business. And we're going back to the original 3 and 30. Now, I love the 3 and 30 for this reason alone. When I started out in this business, I was a struggling senior manager doing anywhere between 600 to 1,000 points a month. My team and myself personally, we got heavily focused on the 3 and 30 incentive. And every month, every single business builder in our team, the requirement was to do your 3 and 30. Sure, some months you didn't do it, but most months you would hit it because that was the main focus. And guess what? My business went from doing about 1,000 points a month to 50,000 points a month in 2 years. And I put it down to this 3 and 30 incentive. So let's go through it. Earn free product credits. Personally sponsor 3 new distributors each month with 100 personal PV in a month and qualify for 3 and 30 star. Earn 10 PV free product credits for every 3 and 30 star achieved. Okay, so you achieve a 3 and 30 star. That's the only 3 and 30 we're going to have this year is a 3 and 30 star. So you plus 1, 2, 3, all with 100 points minimum, you'll get 10 PV free product credits. So you're going to get free product credits to a selected group of product. We're going to be bringing gear into that. So we're going to have exciting things which you can use to purchase with your product credits. So let's just go a little bit further into this. So sponsoring that happens, I'll give an example. Let's do an example here and get rid of this so I can see the example. Okay, so you do 100 points and you sponsor 3 people. That is your 3 and 30 star. Okay, by doing that, you're going to achieve your 3 and 30 star and get your 100 points free product credit. Personal sponsoring that happens within your team does not count towards your 3 and 30 anymore. Okay, this incentive is all about personal sponsoring, because personal sponsoring is personal sponsoring new distributors into your team is hands down. It's the most important thing you can be doing to grow your business. And when you lead by example, by personally sponsoring, you're setting the bar. You're setting the example for the rest of your team. And team sponsoring will naturally become a byproduct of your personal sponsoring. Sometimes we want team sponsoring to happen and we're saying there's no sponsoring in my team. But if we look at ourselves, we aren't personally sponsoring, so we are not setting the example. So I challenge you to go out and shoot for your 3 and 30 every single month so you can set the example and the bar for your team. And what you will discover is your team will start following your example and shooting for their 3 and 30. Just an example, if you go out and you personally sponsor 3 new distributors in the sales month of January, and each one of those new distributors does 100 points personally, you'll earn your 10 PV free product credits. Now, if you sponsor 6 new distributors, each with 100 points, you'll earn 20 free product credits. And so here's the cool thing. There's no limit on the number of free product credits you can earn. If you do it again in February, you're going to earn your free product credits. And when you achieve your 3 and 30, you're going to be recognized. We're going to dial the recognition up on this incentive incredibly. You're going to be recognized on our monthly recognition leadership calls, on our business building Facebook page and our WhatsApp groups. We'll also be recognizing our distributors who have the most 3 and 30s in their personal team. So we are encouraging you to work downline to encourage your 3 and 30 incentive within your team. And the purpose behind this 3 and 30 is this. We want to, number one, we want to recognize and reward you for doing the most important activity in your business, which is sponsoring. It's like breathing in your business. And number two, we want to recognize and reward you for sponsoring business builders. And what is a business builder? A business builder is somebody who does their 100 personal PV every month, no matter what. Not a month goes by where they don't do the 100 points. If success is your goal, then you are going to have to be sponsoring business builders. Yes, you're also going to sponsor product users along the way, and we love product users. But we will recognize you and reward you for sponsoring business builders, because this is what is going to grow your business over the next 12 months. Brandon, anything you'd like to add to this 3 and 30 incentive?
Everything is much, it's very clear, Drew. Perfect.
Okay, great. And if there are any questions, we will, we will try and get to handling them afterwards. So now, something that is new to all of us, and I am very, very excited about it. And I'm very excited about it. It's called the Fast Start Step Up Bonus. Now, this is a brand new incentive. And what is it? This is an incentive to put money in the pockets of new distributors fast. So we're doing it in 2 ways. A, we're making that 3% sales volume bonus accessible to all distributors. And B, we've introduced this Fast Start Step Up Bonus. Because statistics show us that if we can get a win for a new distributor in the first 7 days, if we can get them, a new distributor making some money or taking a step in the first month, the chances of that distributor sticking around and becoming a valuable team member, they go through the roof. So Fast Start Step Up Bonus is designed to put money in the pocket of a new distributor fast, but just as importantly, it's also designed to give a new distributor direction and clarity on their next step. And I believe in direction. I absolutely 100% believe in direction and clarity. It's important for all of us, but especially for a new distributor who is just starting out their journey. People don't do well when they are unclear. People don't do well when they are unsure of the next step. But people thrive and they succeed when they have a plan, when they have a target or to run for. So what if we can give a new distributor a clear plan and a target for the first month? What if we can give them a clear plan and a clear target for the first 90 days or 3 months in this business? Something to shoot for. Just imagine the possibilities. And for that goal, that is the goal for the Fast Step Up Bonus. And it applies to all new distributors in their first full month. So if somebody joined the business, so this is an important part, it applies to all new distributors in the first full 3 months. So if somebody joined the business today, okay, in January, the 9th of January, the first full 3 months will be February, March, and April. If somebody joins on the 20th of February, their first 3 full months will be March, April, and May. Okay, so we want to just give everybody the freedom of the first 3 full months. Now, if they step up in the first 3 full months, if they step up to manager, okay, we'll start at the bottom. If they step up to manager and they personally sponsor 2 new distributors, each with 100 points, they will earn an additional 150 Rand Fast Start bonus over and above their NeoLife bonus. Now, we're not saying 150 bucks is going to change the world, but what we are telling you is that if you give somebody a target, they're more likely to move forward, take action, and they're more likely to hit that target and take their first step if that target is set and they know what that target actually is. Now, what if they step up to senior manager, okay, in their first month or their second month or their third month, and they personally sponsor 4 new people with 100 points? Okay, here they're going to get an additional 300 Rand. So they're going to earn 150 Rand for their manager step, and they're going to earn an additional 300 Rand for their senior manager step and their 4 new starts. If they step up to executive manager and they personally start 6 new distributors, each with 100 personal points, they're going to get an extra 500 Rand cash. Okay. Not only do they get the 500 Rand, they will pick up the 300 Rand plus the 150 Rand. So in total, we're giving a new distributor an opportunity to make an extra 1,000 Rand incentive bonus over the course of their first 3 months. Okay, so I'm sure there's plenty of questions off the back of that. So let's just go into some examples here. If they have hit the first, achieve all 3 of the targets, they will get the manager bonus, the senior manager bonus, and the executive manager bonus, giving them an extra 1,000 Rand. So I'm going to show you some slide examples. Let's say manager, this is month 1. Okay, and this new distributor, they do their 100 points over 500. Okay, and they personally sponsored 2 new distributors. They're going to achieve their manager fast start bonus, 150 Rand. Month 2, they sponsor, they step up to senior manager. They do the 100 points over 1,000 QPV. Plus they personally sponsored 4 people. Now those 4 people don't need to be sponsored in 1 month. It could be 2 from month 1 and another 2 from month 2. Now they're going to get their senior manager fast start bonus, and it's exactly the same with their executive manager fast start bonus. When they take the executive manager step with 100 personal PV over 2,000 QPV, and they sponsor 6 people over the 3 months. So they might sponsor 1 in the first month, 5 in the next month, 1 in the next, doesn't matter how it works. But as long as they personally sponsored 6 people with 100 personal points over the 3 months, they will earn an extra 550 points, giving them a total of possibility of 1,000 points, 1,000 Rand additional income. Okay, now here's a little note. Both the step up and the personal sponsoring requirements must be met to achieve each bonus level. Distributor starts are accumulated over the 3 months. So let's give some further examples. Distributor starts are accumulated over the 3-month period. If a distributor, if you sponsor 3 distributors with 100 personal points in your first month and 1 in your second month, you have accumulated 4 distributors towards a fast start incentive. Okay, so are we all clear on that accumulation of new distributors? If you step up to executive manager, okay, in month 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter, but you only have 2 personal distributor starts, you'll earn the manager level bonus of 150. Yes, you've stepped up to executive manager, but you've only achieved the 2 personal starts, so you get the manager level. To achieve the executive manager, you also have to get the 6 new starts. If you have 6 personal starts over the 3 months and you step up to senior manager, you'll earn the senior manager level bonus of 300, plus you'd also earn the manager of 150. Okay, but you wouldn't earn the executive manager because you have to have the executive manager title plus the 6 new distributors. Now, just a third example, if you skip manager and you step right to senior manager with 4 personal distributor starts. This could happen in the first month, your second month, your third month, doesn't matter. You'll earn the manager level bonus of 150 Rand plus the senior manager bonus of 300 Rand. Okay, but here's the thing. You can achieve the highest bonus by stepping up to executive manager with at least 6 personal distributors accumulated over 3 months, each with 100 personal PV. And you'll earn all 3 bonuses of 100 Rand, of 1,000 Rand. Now, this is giving our new distributors a target to run for. Imagine if every new business builder you sign up has a target to get to executive manager with 6 personal distributors over 3 months. This could change your business. Maybe they don't achieve it, but they're running for it. So they might achieve senior manager with 4 new starts or 5 new starts, or at minimum manager with 2, 3, or 4 new distributors. And that immediately could take your business to another level. So Brandon, is there anything that you want to add to this explanation? Are there many questions coming through?
Not really, Drew. Everything is very clear. And
okay.
I can see there's basically no questions thus far.
Great. I'm repeating myself over and over again. Just repetition is the mother skill. So I just want to make sure that we're all as clear as possible. Now, I know from a corporate point of view, we are very excited about this addition to the incentives, as it gives a new person a target to shoot for. It puts money in their pockets. It gives you a reason to run with them. and to talk to them early on in the journey. You're not to bumble around. You can get to them in the getting started meeting and set that target. Talk to them early. And because you don't want them missing out on these early bonuses. You don't want them to get into their second or their third month and say, hey, why didn't you tell me about this earlier? I'm missing out on stuff. Use a fast track incentive to get them on track, get them sponsoring their first distributors and get them taking their first steps in the first 3 months in this business. That's the clarity of this incentive. Okay, now another thing is, here's what I want everybody on this call to know. Okay, this is important for all the people on the call. If you're not yet, if you're an old distributor, if you've been around for more than 3 months, you're not yet an executive manager, you're going to be eligible for these bonuses right now. If you're already an executive manager, this does not apply to you because you have already moved through the early steps. You've already felt growth in your business. You feel, you know what it feels like to take your next step. But if you're not yet an executive manager, if you are a distributor, a manager or senior manager, we are opening up the opportunity in the months of January, February, and March. These are your 3 months, January, February, and March, to earn these bonuses as well. So consider yourself brand new in this business and consider that you have just been presented with new targets to run for over the next 3 months. So example, if you're a distributor right now and you step up to executive manager before the end of March and you sponsor 6 personal distributors over January, February, and March, each with 100 personal PV, that's just 2 a month. To put in perspective, you'll earn yourself an extra 1,000 Rand. Hey, it's not going to change your life, but as a qualified executive manager, you're going to be earning a good, what, 3,000-4,000 Rand a month potentially. And if you're a distributor and, okay, so both requirements need to be met. Okay, so I hope you are excited about that. We're going to be sending out these Fast Start and the 3 and 30 flyers on WhatsApp tomorrow morning and on an emailer, and we're going to be talking about them more and more. So Brandon, I'm going to ask you to hop on here and talk us through a couple of the other incentives that haven't had too much change about them. Let me pull it up.
Perfect, Drew. That was very, very clear. And I'm excited about these incentives too, Drew. And they're so simple and everybody can comprehend. And obviously, if there are people who are not there yet, you know what, who don't understand, we are available to help. And our DC managers are also going to be available to assist on those as well. So 2023 incentives, and well, that's a nice picture. That's a really, really nice picture, you know, there. So Drew, I'm going to just share, you know, just a few things on these new incentives. Nothing much has changed. It's just slight things, but I just want to make sure that everybody do understand. So let's just get to, there we go.
So Fast Start Step Up, which is there.
Yeah, that you have already explained very well and much more clearer. So the new director, just there we go, the new director incentive. So what is exciting for the new directors is this now. Previously, we had a gift that we gave away to new distributors. This time around, what we're going to be doing from the month of January, any person that steps up and become a new director, what will happen? You will receive on their second month, when you've done 250 personal PV and 4,000, you will get an extra 1,000 Rand cash. So you are eligible to get that amount of money within the 2 months after stepping up, becoming a new director. Meaning that in that period, when you step up in the 2 months period, you need to make sure that you do a minimum of 250 personal PVs, so that by the time when you do a 250 over 4,000, you get an extra 1,000 Rand as a brand new director. That is exciting for me because that means that that is money in your pocket. That's really, really exciting. So this applies obviously in all the Southern African region. Those are the figures that you will be getting: 1,000 Rand for South Africa, Lesotho, Namibia, Eswatini, and for Mozambique, there you got it 14,750 for Pulas. So That's the first incentive for new directors. Then if you step up and you become an Emerald director, now this is new. Before, when you stepped up and you became an Emerald director, you didn't get anything, but now you're going to be getting a branded NeoLife backpack. It's going to be a unique one, special only for Emerald directors. So all what you need to do is step up as a new director and become an Emerald director, and you'll receive this backpack. So all the new directors that stepped up in the month of December, you are eligible for this. And if you are not yet an Emerald director or have not stepped up to Emerald director before, immediately when you step up and you become an Emerald director, you're going to get this backpack. And this is another way of advertising or showing your business or showcasing your business. It's a very, very nice gift to have. Then we have the existing incentives for the Emerald Director, the Emerald Director Consistency Incentive. Now, you know, what we're trying to do this time around, we're trying to make things simpler, not to be complicated, not to have a lot of loopholes before you qualify for something. All what you need to do, you just need to do simple things. So this is what's going to be happening now. This applies to the World Team and the President's Team Consistency Incentive. Now, all what you need to do, you need to be fully qualified as an Emerald Director, meaning that the 2 months prior, you were qualified with 4,000 points. And if you have done that and you do 250 personnel PVs in a month, plus your 5,000 qualifying PV, all in 1 month. So this will be your 3rd month, right? And then you have personally sponsored 2 people in a month who have done 100 personnel PV each. As Drew was talking about it earlier on, simplicity, 100 personnel PV, because that is the minimum that you need to do to open up the, the compensation plan and the incentives. If you've done that, as an Emerald Director, you're going to be getting yourself an extra 1,000 Rand for that consistency incentive. And those are the figures exactly the same as previously, but change is you sponsor only 2 people and they do 100 personnel PVs each in the same month. And this applies also to the World Team and the President's Team. The difference is, it's just the money. The value for the Emerald Directors is 1,000. For a World Team and above, which is a President's Team member, you will earn 1,500. Now, so that is the first part of this incentive. The second part of it is the consistency. If you've qualified 3 times in a row, you get the top-up bonus. The top-up bonus, how do you qualify for it? Just qualify every month. On your 3rd month, if you've done that, the 250 over 5,000 plus your 2 personally sponsored people with the 100 points, you're going to get the top-up bonus. For an Emerald Director, you're going to get an extra 1,500. And if you're a World Team member or a President's Team, you're going to get an extra 2,250 on top of it. That for me is simple. That is for me is simplicity. And everybody and anybody can qualify for this as long as you're an Emerald Director and above. And I'm sure that we're going to see a lot of people qualifying for these incentives. Drew, do you have anything or comment on that?
No, Brandon, all good. All good.
Perfect. Perfect. That for me is really, really, simple for our World Team members and our Emerald Directors. So the 3 and 30, everything that Drew has spoken about, that will also help with these incentives as well. All the incentives, they work hand in hand so that you can get the best one, the big ones. Yeah. Now, there's a slight changes in some of our events. Maybe you're going to be hearing us talking about events, but we're going to be using different names. Now, some of you know of the Leadership School, and we're going to change that just a little bit. We're not going to call it the Leadership School anymore. We're going to call it the Leadership Summit. It's exactly the same as previously. The qualification, it's open to Sapphire Directors, and we will also need those new Sapphire Directors to qualify 3 consecutive months so that they can get an invitation to attend. But we will do a special invitation to all our Emerald Directors who have maintained their status in the 6 months period and have accumulated 25,000 qualifying PV, sponsored 25 new distributors in their team or director team in the period of 6 months. plus personally sponsor 3 new distributors. We don't necessarily need a special or certain amount of points for those new people. It's just sponsor 25 new distributors in your team in that period of 6 months. And you will also be eligible to attend, or you get a special invitation to attend the Leadership Summit, not the Leadership School, but the Leadership Summit. For me, that is really, really exciting. That is a special event for our Emerald directors and above and World team members, like Sapphire directors. Please, if you haven't qualified for this, or if you haven't attended, make sure that this year you are part of those people who are going to be attending. Another event, which is really a really good event, where you see the lifestyle from NeoLife, which is our previously Ruby orientation. We call it now the presidential pursuit, because these are all people who are on the way to becoming president's team members. And all what you need to do, qualify, step up and become a Ruby director, a 1 Ruby director. And if you qualify 3 consecutive months, you get an invitation, you come, you travel from wherever you are in Southern Africa or even beyond. I know that we've got people from other regions on the call, and you will get accommodation for free, travel for free, spend some time in one of the most beautiful places here in South Africa, in Gauteng. And that is another part where we just want to showcase what NeoLife is all about, the lifestyle, and a lot of training and exciting testimonies from some of the distributors from other regions. And the big one that all of our World team members are always looking forward to, previously we used to call it the World Team Conference, which is the NeoLife Vacations. We're going to have, like, this year we're going to Turkey, which is our World Team Vacation. For me, that is really one of those events that everybody needs to be part of. And as a World team member, this is lifestyle. And I know that we've got a lot of people who already booked for that. So we have the NeoLife Vacations, World Team Vacation. And then also the big one, where I know Drew is going to talk about just now, the Impact Summit, previously called the convention, and now we call that the Impact Summit, because that is where people's lives are being impacted, and we need to see as many people coming to our next Impact Summit. And I think I'm just going to leave it here for now. The book is going to be available very soon for you to go through everything there. And Drew and myself are available, and the DC managers, to explain anything where you need to clarity. And we want to make sure that everybody that lends or has this book has a better understanding and is really clear, because we want you also to go and share this information with your teams elsewhere. Thank you very much, Drew.
Absolutely, Brandon. You know, there's a whole book of incentives here, so you're all going to receive it, study it. But get back to the 3 and 30 and the fast start for your new ones. You know, those are the ones that are really going to ignite your business from the bottom. But while we are, I've got some questions I'm going to answer. But while we have this book, the incentives book open, you know, we say incentives are just the cherry on the top. They're not the lucrative thing. They're the cherry on the top. But how about a trip to Istanbul, Turkey, for a cherry on the top? How about a diamond lifestyle to, you know, last year was Barcelona. We're going to soon announce our destination this year, somewhere exotic. How about a trip on the Silverado, which is probably the single most incredible experience of my life, as a cherry on the top? How about step up bonuses as a 5 diamond director of 450,000?
Wow.
We've got the 450,000 Rand as a cherry on the top, or even a Sapphire director, extra 8,000 Rand, or a new 1 Ruby director, 16,000 Rand, cherry on the top. You know, there's some serious money to be made in these incentives. So make sure that you are zoned in on these incentives and you know exactly what is going on. So just before we move on, just to answer a couple of questions that have come up. So I've just raised my hand, which I wasn't meant to do because I don't have the question. Lower my hand. There we go. So printed versions of the incentives will become available on Elf, correct? Question from Earl: if an existing unqualified senior manager achieves executive manager fast start step up bonus, I presume they would get the 550, not the 1,000. And similar for correct. Earl, if you do it in the 3 months, the system won't clock your manager step because that was taken previously. So we'll only clock your executive manager step, not your manager and senior manager step. So that is correct. Marinda Hill, when's the leadership summit? We're going to talk about that in just a moment. And then where's my chat box gone? How long are the Janet Gee? Hello, Janet. How long are these incentives valid for? They're valid for the next 12 months. For 2023, that's what they're valid for. And they may change come 2024. So use them this year, make the most of them. So we keep them. Dawn Botha, $1,000 is a tank of petrol. Very motivating. Yes, it is. Thank you. And listen, thank you for all of your excited comments here. I so appreciate them. Clear and concise. Can existing distributors also run for the incentives in 3 months? Krishna, yes, I know you asked that before we spoke about it. Yes, they can. Okay, so there's also leadership summit incentives, which are detailed in the incentive guide, which we're going to send out. So let's talk about events, Brandon.
Drew, just one, there was a question that came through earlier on about the 10 points on the 3 in 30, which I think maybe we need to touch on, because the 10 points that you get is separate from your normal points. So if you have accumulated points, those do not add up to your personal PV. So even when you place an order, you won't place an order with the 10 points that you've accumulated for the 3 in 30.
Correct. And Colleen says, does a 10 PV product credit have an expiry date, or will it roll over to next month? No, it doesn't have expiry date. You can collect. There might be a nice gear item on the menu that you want to save up for, so you can collect those 10 points. Okay, Pierre van Remsburg, KISS, keep it simple principle. Yes, ain't that the truth? Okay, so let's just get back to some events that are coming up now. Okay, we're about to embark on around the country kickoff events. The dates are there. You can take a photograph of this. I'm not going to go through all the dates. You can see it, take a photograph of it. These dates have been communicated on the WhatsApp groups. Now, the important thing I want to communicate here is these are what we call travel events. These are what we call travel events. We are flying out Rico Brown to attend these events, not Eswatini and Botswana, but the rest of the events. Rico Brown is going to be there. He's flying in from Houston, Texas. We don't want to just talk to the people in that town or city. We want to talk to people in the surrounding towns and cities. So if you live in Durban, we want your team traveling from Greytown, from Maritzburg, from Howick, from South Coast, from North Coast, from Zululand to attend the Durban event. If you live in Gauteng, who do we want from Gauteng at these events, Brandon?
We need Polokwane, we need Nelspruit, we need Bloemfontein, we need Klerksdorp, we need Rustenburg, we need people from Johannesburg itself, everybody around the area to come through, because it's a very, very important event at the beginning of the year to get people going.
Absolutely. And that applies to all these events. So please go out and really go through your distributors. And so if you are serious about your business this year, there's no excuses. You get to kickoff event near you, and you might have to travel for 3 hours. That's okay.
Yes.
It's going to be beneficial for your business and for your year. Make that commitment to yourself and to your business. These events are going to be sensational. We're also going to have a Rise Wellness event. Now, this is going to be a virtual event happening on the 6th of February, where we're going to get a little bit deeper into our different product ranges. Okay, so we'll have a Rise Wellness event on the 6th of February. And then we have a qualified senior manager and executive manager training on the 22nd of March. The flyer is out, or you will get it. Qualification December, January, and February. So make sure your distributors, your managers, senior and executive managers are running their tails off to qualify for this event. The easiest way to get people qualifying for this event is get them on track with the Fast Start bonus incentive program.
Yes.
And then here's the biggie. Marinda Hill, this is your question. Impact Summit 2023, 14th of October in Pretoria.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. Book now super early bird ends on the 31st of January. So 31st of January, on the 1st of February, you'll no longer get the price that we are selling tickets for now, which is 285 Rand per distributor. So make sure that you and your teams get in and they book before the month is up. So please get communicating to your teams that can book online or they can book with their local DC. Very easy to book. Now, just a reminder, there is a new distributor 90-day special. So after the 31st of January, if a new distributor joins in February, they have the first 90 days of their NeoLife journey to book at the super early bird price. If they join the business in April, they have 90 days to get the super early bird special. So make sure your new distributors, you're getting them booked for Impact Summit within their first 90 days. And we know this is an event that we can't miss. Something that we learned from 2022, our distributors and our guests love to be connected. Yes, we meet online, but we love to be in a room together, connecting, whether it's Impact Summit or it's at a local opportunity presentation. Events grow our business. Never forget that. Okay, so let's finish off this event. I want to just go into our close, and I've asked a very, very successful and special member of our president's team who comes with years of experience. He comes with immense success in NeoLife. And I've asked him just to give us 5 minutes of a message. What do our distributors need to take away with them to make their year a good, successful NeoLife year? So Mr. Hansie Cronje, our president's team member, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Drew. Good evening. It's wonderful to be on the call, and thank you for asking me to share a few words. Thank you for a very, very motivational time that we have now. I think everybody is so excited to hear all the new things that is coming up. So thank you also, Drew and Connie and everybody. It's wonderful to share something. So I want to wish everybody a blessed 2023. May there be many open doors for you. May this be the year that when you think back in hindsight in 2024, that this is going to be one of the highlights of your life. I truly believe it can be like that. So just give you a very short background of myself. My name is Hansie Cronje. I'm staying in the beautiful Cape Town. And currently, my wife and I are living the President's Team dream life, as I would call it. And also then as a freelance pastor, meaning I still do ministry, but I do it for free. And we have wonderful children that we are getting involved now to build on the future so that we can get the next generation involved in this very exciting opportunity. We have such a confidence of what the company is doing and where we're going and what we have. So we are very excited about the future, and I personally give God all the glory for what he has done for us and still doing for us and how he is opening doors for us. I really give him all the glory for this. But you know, it was not always like this that we were so excited. I remember years ago when we were introduced into this business by our sponsor, Mike and Renee, we were in a very tough spot. I was full-time in the ministry, but a very poor financially pastor. It was really tough. And you know, another tough thing is we were very unsure about our financial future. So we had the bank manager on my back all the time. So it was really, really tough. So when we look at this business for the first time, we were financially big into trouble, and then also a few health challenges that was addressed through this business opportunity. But one of the things that helped us through the years to get where we are today and to keep on going and to be excited about the future, I just want to put the emphasis on this, is to just touch on the power of the dream. There's so many things that people say about that in life, songs that are sung about this, but the power of the dream. And 2023 is in front of all of us. My question is, how do you feel personally at this moment about this year in front of you? Maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed, or maybe you're still a little bit tired of the long Christmas holidays that you had up till now, or maybe a little bit unmotivated to take the next step that needs to be taken so that you can get going with this exciting year in front of us. Let me tell you, the power of the dream is going to help you to really get going. It will change things for you. It will help you to get a grip on things. It will help you to become more focused, to get more energized, and become more motivated, ongoing, not only for a day or two, but ongoing right through the whole year. And it starts in a very simple way. We had so many comments tonight about keep it simple, keep it straightforward, look at the basics. And what do you do to discover the power of the dream? You just take a piece of paper and you write down your dreams. And I want to emphasize this for a moment, because you will only discover the power of the dream, what it can do for you, when you write down your own dreams. You have to write down, what do you want to buy? I remember that was our longest list when we started. What do you want to be? Maybe consistently qualified at your PIN level. What do you want to do? Take your next step. Travel the world. Whatever is important to you, but it is important that it must be your dreams, and you must actually do it tonight before you go to bed. So my question is, what stirs your blood? What is the dreams that really makes you feel your blood is going faster through your body? What makes your heart pump faster? What is the things that will help you to become so focused on achieving that dreams that you cannot even think of one excuse why not to work this amazing plan that the company is giving us? We must have the attitude of the hunting dog. A hunting dog is so focused on his goal that he doesn't have any time to scratch his fleas. And that must be the way we look at things. You won't have time for petty things along the way because you are focused too much. So what are the things that get you out of bed in the morning? And if you are serious and honest in answering these questions about finding your specific dreams that excites you, that you want to achieve, you're on your way to discover the power of the dream. And folks, when you discover their dreams and you define them and you start looking at them and you put up pictures and you think about it and you talk about it every day, you will start feeling the new life energy pumping through your veins. And if you look around you, you will see you're not alone on this journey. That is the amazing thing for me that we realized through all these years. You're not on your own. You're not alone. You are surrounded by people who have a vested interest for us, each and every one of us, to become successful. You've got your upline sponsors and even more uplines. You've got your downlines. You've got this amazing company, NeoLife. We are so blessed. When I listened to this amazing message that Kendra was giving, so excited about the future and making us aware of things that the world say is coming our way, but hey, we don't care. We just keep on going on because we have so much to offer people. And this wonderful support team we have in Africa, it is so wonderful to know that, international people, and then also our national people, like Drew and Brandon and Connie and Peter de Bruin and all those people, They are really there working very hard to give us the best of the best support. And I really want to compliment the company, for example, how they have bent backwards to make sure that we can start cutting out all the back orders that we have. Really, that is so amazing. It shows us that from the company side, there is such a lot of commitment. So remember this, when you start pursuing the power of your dreams that is important to you, the company is backing up us all the way with the most incredible products, with the most amazing marketing plan and incentives that makes us excited about what we do. So, will 2023 be your most exciting year in your business so far? Discover the power of the dream so that you don't make any excuses, but do what needs to be done. God bless you all and have a good night.
Wow, Hansie, spot on, my friend, spot on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that message. And it's as clear as day, guys. We know what we've got to do. You know, it takes a decision to change your life. It takes a cracking 12 months to set you up for the rest of your life. And so decide what you want to get out of the next 12 months. So to all of you on the call, it's been a little longer tonight, but we had a lot we wanted to get through with our NeoLife family. Brandon, Connie, myself, Rico Brown, Liz Geertz, we cannot wait to see you guys around the region, around the country. So make sure you're there with your team. It's going to be exceptional, and this year is going to be a cracker. Good night, everybody.